because the reason I'm making this video is because I was kind of watching some humans on the YouTubes, and I found a lot of topics that I wanted to discuss myself, such as time travel and technology in the future. And why I want to discuss it is because I know I have a brain, and people say that I have a good brain. So let's showcase that brain. So the main topic I'm gonna discuss right now, and the reason I'm doing this live is because I wanted people to go into chat and tell me stuff that they want me to discuss. Because I know I do a lot of thinking. And sometimes that thinking takes me places where I don't want to go. So, whenever I talk about the topic of the main thing I see a lot is people being worried that technology is going to take over the planet in the future. That's stupid, in my personal opinion, but hear me out. The reason I find this so stupid is that people are taking notice of the fact that that may happen, which causes people to start putting up their kind of like defenses whenever it comes to that type of stuff. And once they're like worried about that type of stuff, they're going to make sure it doesn't happen, because that's just the way people are. So that's why I'm not worried about technology taking over in the future. Because, yeah, seriously, I was watching a video, like, some guy was, like, getting super deep and serious about it. He was being all, like, the future is going to be all dark and stuff. It's going to be horrible, and because all this technology is going to take over, and we're not going to be able to handle it because it's just going to start killing everyone because it has its own personality. Well, maybe if we have smart people discussing this type of stuff and planning out this type of stuff to make it, they're going to put up some type of precaution to make sure that that stuff doesn't happen. And on top of that, there's always the thought, what if that precaution doesn't work whenever it's needed? Well, I don't know what to say about that. In fact, I just got into a whole topic I didn't really think of beforehand. But if we don't set up a good enough precaution beforehand, then it will happen. But if we have smart people on the topic who are creating these things, and more than likely we will, once we set up that precaution, we're probably going to have some type of backup if we make it more aware that the precaution might fail. So instead of worrying about, oh no, the technology is going to take over. Okay, well, we're worried about it, so we're probably going to put up a precaution. But we're not taking note of the fact that the precaution might fail. Okay, people are going live while I'm going live. A person I'm subscribed to went live whenever I went live. Anyway. So just what we have to do is we need to stop worrying about stuff we've been worrying about for ages and start worrying about what if something else happens. Like, build it more up. Instead of staying at like the bottom of the tower thinking about the possibilities, let's move up. Like, because we set up a precaution. Let's move up and move on to the next. Because what if that precaution fails? And scientists probably already know what to do and stuff. Even though we have Sophia the robot who is there like, okay, I'll destroy all humans. And it's hard to tell. They're a robot. You don't know if they're joking. Yeah, I kid you. If you don't know Sophia the robot, Sophia the robot was a robot created that kind of has like, you can talk to them and they like take in data and they can talk back. And some guy asked, well, are you gonna take over? Are you gonna take over the world now that you have like this intelligence? And then she's like, okay, I'll take over the world. I'll take over you. I'll kill all humans. Oh, that was something I found funny. Well, now that I kind of discussed that, I don't really know where to go. But like in the future with time travel, time travel is another thing I saw that person was discussing. Now, time travel, my brain cannot even think of how that would be possible, cuz not only like if it were possible, there would have to be a lot of stuff put up. And I can only name a few, but I'm pretty sure there's like a heck of a lot more that we'd have to like make sure. Cuz a lot of people don't really think about this, but we all know how bacteria evolve, right? And it's actually said that if someone time traveled from before to now, they would almost die instantly because the bacteria now is so evolved that it would be impossible for their body alone to fight off. And on top of that, they didn't have any antibiotics in the far past. So, yeah. And then think about us. If we were to discover time travel, we would, if we were to go to the future, the same thing would probably do that to us, unless we finally took use of the one thing. I forget its name. But there's like, it looks like a nanobot, little tiny thing with like the octagon, hexagon. I don't know the exact shape name. I just remember it was a shape. It got the tail, and then it got the two fibers that attached to the cell, and then it injects its DNA into it, creating the cell to create more of it until the point where the where the nanobot thing creates this kind of acid that melts the cell walls or cell membrane, and it bursts out of the cell. It's that thing, but I forget its name. If we took use of that in the future, I don't know. I would not know. I mean, I still don't know. And if we're talking about the future, I'm discussing it now. Hold on, my brain's doing a thing. Okay, so whenever we head to the future would become now for us. Okay. So whenever we go to the future, and if they finally took use of that, which would be amazing, then I'm not too sure what would be the medical status of far up there, but kind of looking at the fact that the entire crazy pollution thing, and we're looking at that kind of here and now, it's like still like, why is it taking us so long? Why aren't people realizing what they're actually doing and trying to put a stop to it? It's the fact that so many people hear about it. And I know that they do, because it's like everywhere. It's on billboards. It's everywhere. Even if you're on the highway and you're going to a different place, you'll see those like giant, I saw some dude call them fans. No, they're windmills, and they generate electricity. Why is that? To cut the costs of pollution. And then people see that, right over their heads. They're not thinking that they're gonna change their ways. They're just gonna roll with what they're doing now. Why? Because they're comfortable with it. Anyway, back to the time travel thing. Well, we went to the future, and if we took use of the nanobot thing, then I don't know the medical status of the future, but in the past, we don't have a risk of endangering ourselves. We have a risk of hurting the people in the past because we have bacteria all over our skin, all over just every single freaking crevice of us. We have bacteria. And we would take what's more than likely this evolved version of the bacteria and bring it to the past. And like I said, if someone from the far past came to our place now, then they would die immediately due to the due to the fact that they're not adapted to the highly evolved bacteria. So if we bring just a little small thing, a bacteria with us, that would reproduce massively. And the only way we would be able to stop that is if we were to highly sanitize ourselves. And that doesn't include just the outside of our body, but that includes the inside as well, because of all the microorganisms in your stomach that do all this stuff. And yeah, that's basically what I know about traveling to the past and traveling to the future. I don't know what to say about it other than we should probably stay where we are right now. Okay. So now that I kind of have that situated, we should head back to the pollution thing that I was just discussing. Now, we see those windmills. Over our head. We ignore it. But there's a reason that people are putting up so many, ignore the fact that I have bagged eyes. I just can't sleep. Okay? So, we just see them, don't take note of it, and it takes so much for people who actually are trying to put effort towards getting rid of the pollution effort. It takes so much to put up all of this stuff to make it noticeable to you. That's why it's everywhere. So that way some people can actually finally be like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? What? Ah! I know that I heard that Lush started making products that are 100% completely friendly to the environment, and that is definitely a good advancement considering how much product and all that stuff is probably wasted. And actually, in fact, who needs makeup? We never required makeup. It's just our insecurities that cause us to want to do that type of stuff. Like I didn't. I'm not wearing makeup right now. And why is that? Because I don't like wearing makeup. And a lot of girls complain about wearing makeup. Why don't they just stop wearing makeup if they keep complaining about it? Other than that, please shut your mouth because I'm tired of seeing all that everywhere. Okay. So, yeah, there's my little thing with Lush. Lush, good job. Still, why do we need makeup? I don't want to be offensive to anyone who does wear makeup because I know myself, I did used to wear makeup. You guys know if you've been here long enough, I guess. Anyway, so back to pollution and whatever. And recently, a lot of people have been afraid of this type of way of getting energy, nuclear energy. And nuclear energy requires uranium. I'm pretty sure it's called uranium. I just have a lot of thoughts going through my head. I don't want to seem stupid. But the reason people are afraid of uranium is because it's so uncontrollable. And if something happens in a facility such as like, oh no, those two places over there and they're all nuclearized and stuff. Oh no. Everything is not good over there. Oh no. People are thinking like that. There's still no viewers on this live stream. That really helps with what I was mentioning before. So everyone who was like, "Oh no, that happened over there." Well, now I heard this from someone that I really depend on for information. Yes, I will note them. I will talk about you. Salmonella. Yes, their name is Salmonella. I thought that too whenever I first heard his name. He discussed this entire topic, and he also took note on thorium, I believed it was, because thorium is more controllable than uranium, which can be a good look for, which can be like a great thing to look forward to in the future, probably, because then we're going to have a more reliable and trustable resource than something that produces so much waste for what is probably very little energy. With thorium, very little waste for high amounts of energy, which is really good. And we're going to need it if we're going to progress. So, yeah. I look around my room because I don't like looking at the camera whenever I talk, if you're wondering. Yeah. Also, I'm just kind of like getting words in my brain. Just kind of like pulling them back up to the surface where they've been dwelling and like haunting my thoughts for like months. So yeah, also it's kind of hot right now, so I'm kind of sweaty. So ignore that. There you go. I'm not wearing glasses, but I was wearing glasses before, and I should know that because everything is blurry. I don't really know what else to talk about. I don't know if I should say goodbye at this point. But seriously, take note of what I'm saying because it seriously is stuff that I've considered and I've thought over very many times. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say. So this is almost 20 minutes. I can't believe it's only 20 minutes and not like 500 minutes because I'm a talkative person. I discussed traveling to the future, traveling to the past, and pollution. Is that all I talked about? No, I also talked about animatronics in the future. Yeah. Three crucial topics in 19 minutes. Wow! How do I end this? I forgot how to YouTube. Mute microphone? No, I don't want to do that. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.